To all of my pretty people out there, mainit na topic ang pag-uusapan natin today. Pero bago yan, ako nga pala si Tito Alvin, your millennial tito, na magbibigay sa inyo ng mga opinyon na hindi nyo naman hinihingi. Mga opinyon tungkol sa iba't ibang social concepts and trending issues. And in this podcast, aalamin natin kung aling behaviors ang pretty or petty. If you are watching us from YouTube at hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, mag-subscribe ka na at bigyan ng like ang episode na ito. If you are in Spotify naman, please follow us and consider giving us a 5-star rating. You may also turn on your notifications para updated ka sa mga bago nating episodes. You can also follow our social media pages in Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok kasi minsan meron tayong mga announcements dyan. And tulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina, mainit na topic ang pag-uusapan natin today kasi tungkol sa divorce ang ating discussion. So without further ado, let's get this started and let's go to our next segment we call Storytime. So last May 22, the House of Representatives approved the divorce bill on its third and final reading by only a slim margin on its votes. 126 lawmakers voted yes, 109 voted no, and 20 abstained from the votes. House Bill 9349, or the Absolute Divorce Act, aims to be the legal remedy for irreparable and broken marriages under specific grounds and judicial processes. Isa pa sa mga layunin ng Absolute Divorce Act is to spare children from the emotional trauma of parental dispute and dysfunctional household. Ngayon, mula nang maipasa sa Congress ang Absolute Divorce Act, umingay na naman ang mundo ng internet sa kaliwat kanang debate about the topic. Marami ang nagsasabi na it's about time for the Philippines to pass this law, while on the other hand, some argues that we should keep the sanctity of marriage and divorce will never be a solution to a broken marriage. Nakasalalay na ngayon sa kamay ng ating mga senators kung maipapasa ba ang batas na ito o hindi. Unfortunately, according to them, the Absolute Divorce Act is not one of the priorities of the Senate as of the moment. So, mukhang maghihintay pa tayo ng medyo matagal bago natin malaman kung maipapasa ba ito o hindi. End of story. So ito sabihin ko na ngayon pa lang na I am in favor of this Divorce Act. Magalit na kayo kung magagalit kayo sa akin, pero I don't see any reason why not. Hindi ko kayo masisisi kung i-skip nyo tong episode na to, no? Pero kung open-minded ka, you can stay and listen to what I have to say. Ito, trivia lang. Philippines is one of the only 2 countries na walang divorce. Tayo at ang Vatican City. The last country na nag-approve ng divorce is Chile. Chile ata. Way back 2004 pa. So, yung iba, nagre-rejoice, like, whoo, ang galing ng Pilipinas kasi we stood our ground na hindi i-approve ang divorce, not unlike the other countries. Saan ang gusto nyo? Medal. Gusto nyo ng certificate? For me, this information is not something that we should rejoice over. This just goes to show how backward thinking our country is compared to the world standard. Maiintindihan ko ang Vatican City kung bakit walang divorce kasi nakatira doon si Pope. Dito ba sa Philippines nakatira ang Pope? Hindi naman eh. Some people will argue that as a Catholic country, we need to protect the sanctity of marriage. And to that, I agree 100%. If we can protect the sacredness of marriage, let's do it. Marriage can still be sacred naman kahit may divorce. The act of marrying someone will still and will always be sacred. Ang divorce naman, hindi naman yung required sa lahat ng married couple. Kung meron kang successful marriage, edi nice. Good for you. Hindi mo kailangan ng divorce. Huwag kang mag-divorce. Pero let's just be real. Hindi naman lahat ay blessed na tulad mo. Hindi lahat ay nasa isang happy marriage. Yung iba dyan nagtitiis na lang sa pang-aabuso at pananakit ng asawa nila kasi wala silang ibang choice. Ngayon, may ilan nagsasabi na kapag daw naipasa ang divorce, lahat na lang daw ng mag-asawang magkakaproblema ay magdi-divorce. Hindi po ganun yun. Kung nag-away kayo ng asawa mo kasi hindi siya nagtapon ng basura o naghugas ng plato, hindi po yan grounds for divorce. Ang divorce na sinusulong sa Senate, may mga valid grounds yan bago ma-approve. Ilan sa mga grounds ng divorce ay domestic abuse, physical violence or moral pressure to change religion, drug addiction, attempt to induce prostitution or corruption, and marital infidelity. Actually, meron pang iba marami yan eh. So kung ang rason mo sa pakikipag-divorce ay wala sa mga valid grounds na yan, hindi yan i-approve ng korte. Yes po, you heard it right, korte. Dadaan po yan sa court proceedings to study if your claim for divorce is valid or not. Hindi naman po yan automatic. May isang senador, sinabi niya, pero ako po, alam naman ng lahat, I have a very happy family life, so I'm not in favor of divorce. Oy, sana all. Sana all. Diba? Sana all merong happy family life. Madam Senator, paano naman yung ibang tao na walang happy family life na tulad mo? Tiis-tiis na lang? Kaya nakakaawa talaga maging citizen ng Pilipinas because you are under the mercy of those people who lack empathy and only think of themselves. Speaking of empathy, may isang netizen who made a remark on Twitter last 2019 kay Senator Risa Ontiveros within the same topic of divorce. Sabi niya, the senator is just filing divorce for personal need. Promise, tawang-tawa ako dun sa clapback ni Senator Ontiveros. Sabi niya, nag-file na ng divorce bill? Personal need na agad? Nag-file din ako ng shark conservation bill. Shark na ba ako? Sinabi din ni Senator Risa na we can fight for things that do not directly affect us. It's called empathy. Yan ang kulang sa atin. Empathy. Uulitin ko, empathy. Gusto nating i-push ang personal ideology natin at personal agenda for our own advantage. Pero kapag para sa kapakanan na ng ibang tao, pikit mata na lang ang karamihan sa atin.
Celebrate small or big wins with your special ones. Come to Brew Brothers Cafe, located at Ascension Avenue, Lagro, Quezon City. Also available through GrabFood and Foodpanda. Brew Brothers Cafe, your destination for celebration.
Now, if you are going to ask kung ano ba ang stand ng mga senators pagdating sa divorce, well, medyo hati. Medyo divided ang Senate. As early as now, medyo hati sila. Based from an article ng Manila Standard last May 30, 2024, 7 senators are in favor, 8 are against the bill, and 9 are still undecided. Now, this is not an official poll. This is just based from their previous statements when asked about the bill. Marami pa din ang pwedeng mangyari in the future. Pero just so you know, those who are in favor are Senators Risa Ontiveros, Grace Poe, Raffy Tulfo, Robin Padilla, Amy Marcos, Pia Cayetano, and JV Ejercito. Those who are not in favor are Senators Cheese Escudero, Jinggoy Estrada, Francis Tolentino, Coco Pimentel, Migs Zubiri, Joel Villanueva, Cynthia Villar, and Ronald De La Rosa. Now, some people claim na they are not in favor of divorce kasi instead of ending the marriage, why not try to fix it? Eto in an ideal world, I'm all for fixing the marriage. Sino ba naman ang tatanggi dyan? Kung kaya pa naman ayusin through marriage counseling, ready go. Go ahead. Pero ito, honest question lang. Effective ba? Kasi kung effective yan, hindi nga natin kailangan ng divorce. But I'm leaning towards the idea na hindi siya effective or kung ano man ang ginagawa nila ngayon, hindi effective. Kasi kung gumagana yan, bakit meron pa ding broken marriages until now? Alam mo kung bakit? May mga bagay talaga na beyond repair na. May mga marriages na hindi mo na talaga kayang maayos at ang tanging solusyon na lang is for them to dissolve the marriage. Ngayon, kung ipipilit mo na kailangan pa rin nilang ayusin ang marriage nila despite all efforts and evidences against their marriage, baka you need to listen to yourself because you sound selfish and compassionless. Pero Tita Alvin, di ba meron namang annulment dito sa Pilipinas? Bakit hindi na lang sila magpa-annul? Okay, good question. Very good question. Ano ba ang pagkakaiba ng divorce at annulment? Pareho nagpapawalang bisa ng kasal ang divorce at annulment. Pero may pagkakaiba yan. Sa divorce, legal na tinatapos ang kasal pero may records pa rin na nagpapatunay na kinasal ka sa isang tao. Sa annulment naman, parang binubura lahat ang tungkol sa kasal mo. Kaya technically, parang hindi to nangyari. Ngayon, kung ang tanong mo bakit hindi na lang magpa-annul instead of mag-divorce? Mas technical at mas complicated ang process ng annulment para mapawalang bisa ang kasal. Kailangan nito ng mas maraming resources, oras from both parties, and hindi naman lahat ng Pilipino may enough na resources para dito. Ito, example na lang. Yung annulment case ni Sunshine Cruz at Cesar Montano, umabot more or less ng 4 years yan bago tuluyang ma-approve ang annulment nila sa korte. Kung tutusin, both of them have money, they have time, they have the connections, pero naghintay pa rin sila ng ilang taon bago naging legal yung paghihiwalay nila. Pero alam mo ba na ang mga reasons tulad ng infidelity, physical and mental abuse ay hindi kasama sa mga valid reasons for annulment? So kung isa kang battered wife or isa kang mentally abused husband, hindi ka pa din pwedeng magpa-annul kasi hindi yan valid reason for annulment. So kung ang stand mo sa issue na to ay anti-divorce ka kasi may annulment naman, baka kailangan mong mag-isip-isip ulit. Ngayon, si Senator Chis Escudero, mas pabor siya sa annulment kesa sa divorce dahil sabi niya, ang divorce daw ay anti-poor. Mas mainam daw kung mas papadaliin na lang at mas aayusin ang annulment process to make it more affordable and accessible. Well, hindi ko alam kung ano ang basis ni Senator Chis. Senator Chis dito at sabi niya na anti-poor ang divorce. Pero kung anti-poor nga ang divorce, edi make it not anti-poor. Make it pro-poor. As far as I know, may mga free legal assistance naman ang ino-offer ng Public Attorney's Office. So, meron way naman to legalize divorce and make it pro-poor. Sabi nga ng mga matatandang kasabihan, kung gusto, madaming paraan. Kapag ayaw, maraming dahilan. Pero for me, ang pinaka-affected sa isang broken marriage ay hindi naman yung mag-asawa, kundi yung mga anak nila. Ngayon kasi walang choice ang bata ang mga anak nila, but to live with the idea of abuse in the household. Kunwari, sinasaktan ng husband yung asawa niya. Tapos nakikita ng mga anak, lumalaki yung mga bata na nawi-witness nila yung abuse. Ano magiging effect nun? Lalaki silang nasa isip nila na tama ang pang-aabusong ginagawa. Oo, hindi ideal sa isang bata na lumaki na hiwalay ang magulang. Pero kung papipiliin ako, okay na lumaki ang bata sa isang hiwalay na pamilya kesa lumaki sa paligid ng pang-aabuso ng magulang. I will choose the lesser evil between the two. Kung tutusin, Philippines is in a good position right now to push through the Divorce Act kasi meron na tayong ideas na pwedeng mahiram from other countries who supports divorce. It's not like bagong concept ang divorce. Well, sa Pilipinas, oo, bagong concept to. Pero hindi to bago from the rest of the world. It is going to be easy for us to conduct studies on pre- and post-divorce situations kasi we can check how other countries are doing it. We just need to check how these principles can be applied into our own culture and standards. So as a conclusion, I will stand by my belief na divorce is the way to go. Kung tutuusin, hindi ko kailangan ng divorce kasi never naman ako ikakasal. Pero naiintindihan ko yung pakiramdam ng mga taong nangangailangan ng divorce. For me, pretty ang ginawa ng mga lawmakers sa Congress for pushing and passing this law. It's about time, Pilipinas. Petty naman for me yung mga taong ayaw sa divorce, pushing their personal beliefs, showing their lack of empathy and compassion to people who really needs divorce. Don't look at divorce as the end. Instead, think of it as the beginning of a brand new life from a dysfunctional and abusive relationship. Think of divorce as another chance for them in life, another chance for happiness that they deserve. And we will end the episode right there. Maraming layers ang topic na ito, so posible na magkaiba tayo ng opinion about this issue. So tulad ng sinasabi ko weekly, posible na magkaiba tayo ng pananaw or opinion on certain matter, and that is absolutely fine. Kung nagustuhan mo at na-entertain ka ng episode na ito, feel free to share it with your friends and don't forget to tag us in all of your social media posts. Huwag na din kayong mahiya to follow us in Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok by going to the link you see at the bottom of your screens. Or just go to linktr.ee/prettypettythepodcast. Feel free to share your thoughts about the topic or insights about the podcast by commenting on our YouTube video or by answering the Q&A and poll section in Spotify. You can also show your support to our podcast by reacting or commenting sa mga social media posts natin. Kapag nakikita niyo yung mga reels na nandyan, auto-like na yan. Like. If you are a brand looking for brand partnership and collaboration, please send us an email at prettypettythepodcast@gmail.com. And with that, lagi nating tatandaan to always stay pretty at wag maging petty.